I'm Marcel Neergaard. I am 11 years old. I'm in 6th grade.
I'm Mike Neergaard. I'm Marcel's father.
I'm Misty Neergaard. I'm Marcel's mom.
When did you first figure out that you were gay?
I first realized that I was gay when I was in 5th grade, and I was watching a video with my brother, and I said to myself, "Man, I think I would want to date that person." And it just clicked to me.
Tell us a little bit about this petition.
I'm doing this petition because I would like Students First to take back their award to John Ragan, because he made the Don't Say Gay bill, which leaves no place for gays, lesbians, the whole scale of people who might think they're gay, are gay, or anything like that, anything to do with gay. It leaves them no place to be. If they're being bullied in school because of this, the teachers can't say anything. They can't discuss anything gay. And if they talk to a counselor or a principal who they can talk to about this, they would have to tell their parents. And it could be that their parents are not at all supportive. So it makes their home an unsafe place for them. And it wouldn't give me a place to go in school. It would cut off any support system I'd have inside that school area. Outside of school, I can have the world's protection, but once I step into that ground, you guys can't really do much for me. The Don't Say Gay bill would not educate people about gays. It would say straight is the only thing in life. If you have parents who don't want to talk about gays and they don't want to teach their children about gays, then they don't know anything about it, and then they don't get the education about what being gay is. People first started bullying me not when I found out I was gay. They actually started bullying me around 1st and 2nd grade. It was just because I was different. It was because I stood out. People bullied me in 5th grade just because they thought I was gay. I had the most support you could ever have in middle school at home, but I think it's safe to say I was in depression, and I was scared to go to school. The bullying, they called me terrible names at it, and the teachers, it was almost like they didn't care. The teachers are supposed to stand down in the hallways to prevent bullying like this, and they didn't do anything. In the first few days of going to middle school, people didn't know I was that different. And I thought school was great. I thought it was fun. I love learning. But when people started just making me feel like I was a disgrace just to be different, I didn't want to go to school. The Don't Say Gay bill, just the idea of it, made me feel that there are people, it made me realize that there are people out there who would not like me just because I'm gay. And would not they would think being gay is all you are, and that's a disgrace. It made me feel really terrible. It made me feel unaccepted.
Before we chose to have Marcel homeschooled this year, what were some of the things that we talked about with regards to the Don't Say Gay bill and Marcel's education?
Last year, when we were talking about the possibility that the Don't Say Gay bill would pass, we were afraid that if the Don't Say Gay bill passed and Marcel were in school, that teachers would not be able to say, it's not okay to call a kid gay, because they wouldn't be allowed to refer to them. They would not be able to say, if you call Marcel nasty names and you call him a girl in school, Marcel would have no one to talk to. He would not be able to say to someone, I'm gay and that's okay. So we knew that the passing of the Don't Say Gay bill was a possibility. It was a very real possibility that the Don't Say Gay bill would go into place and Marcel would have to go to school. And no one would be able to talk with him about being gay, about it being okay to be gay. No one would be able to talk to bullies about how it's not okay to make fun of someone for being gay or for thinking that they're gay. At the end of 5th grade, Marcel was so depressed and Marcel was so upset that we were worried that we were going to lose him. He was talking about not being here anymore. We were very afraid that if we sent Marcel back into an environment that was worse than the one he had in 5th grade, that we might lose him. And we couldn't take the risk. We could not send him back to public school with the risk that the Don't Say Gay bill would kill him. That was not okay.
You okay?
So fifth grade bullying wasn't just a few kids kidding around. It was depression. It was life-threatening. It affected and hurt the whole family. I'm also asking StudentsFirst to start supporting the Tennessee's Dignity for All bill. One of the things is it changes the definition of bullying. It changes it to support anyone who, like LGBTQIA, it supports anyone who, like, it expands the idea of bullying, and it makes bullying, it tells people that bullying is something bigger than just physically being harmed.
So what do you think a bill like the Dignity for All Students bill would do to the schools?
The Dignity for All bill would make school a safe place for students. I think anti-bullying laws would make my school a safer place for me. It would make all kinds of bullying, not just physically being injured. It would make all laws, all definitions of bullying be unaccepted. I'm writing this petition because I don't want people to feel how I felt when I was in 5th grade and being bullied. I do think I am speaking for any gay, queer, gay, lesbian people, anyone my age or not my age, anyone who can't stand out. I'm making a stand. There are many people out there like me. I am not the only one.